Hi everyone, so we are going over the expectations matrix for the preschool age group. The expectations that I have chosen to go over first is helping and being responsible. The ELF domains that I have chosen for this expectation is the help child manage actions, words, and behaviors with increasing independence, which goes hand in hand with demonstrating the increasing ability to control impulses. And how I will demonstrate this expectation and present it to the class is I will state the behavior expectations in advance to avoid any confusion on what behavior is expected of the children. And this was found in one of the videos in the course materials from behavioral guidance stating behavioral expectations. It is important to tell children in advance what is expected of them, as this will help avoid any confusion since children are exposed to many different environments, such as their house, which hold different expectations. So, like, what's expected of them at home may not necessarily be the same as in the classroom setting. The other expectation that I'm covering is safety, and the ELF domain for this expectation is child expresses care and concern towards others, which also coincides with the child using basic problem-solving skills to resolve conflict with other children. This is an important aspect of safety, as this helps prevent situations from escalating, which can oftenly result in dangerous and challenging behaviors. And how I will present this expectation to the class is by practicing good management skills with children and by demonstrating appropriate safety procedures and how to help other children. The next expectation I'm covering is expressing emotions, and the ELOF domain for this expectation is child manages emotions and increasing independence, and how I will demonstrate this expectation is by using visuals to show children how to communicate and express their emotions, and to teach them the importance of connecting with others and adults by expressing how they feel. These expectations can be used in various different settings throughout a child's day in school. First, we have the library. Children can demonstrate the expectation and being responsible by learning how to use their indoor voice and control their tone of voice. It is important for children to learn situational behavior, like how do you act indoors, what tone of voice should you be using. Children should also be shown the responsibility of putting books where they are found and the importance of being responsible with the materials that they take out of the library by returning them. I can also ask children to demonstrate the behavioral expectations that I have presented to them. So by going over the expectations, I can have the children repeat to me what they have learned to judge how they are picking up the information and if they understand it, so I can better guide them to learn appropriate behaviors. Through safety, children should ask adults for help if they can't reach something instead of like climbing on a shelf. They should demonstrate and display appropriate behaviors in a quiet setting, no tripping over objects, running around. Children should also learn how to support their peers by communicating with them and helping them through difficult situations. And this also goes with the discouragement of physical activity and running around inside. Children can express their emotions through their thoughts, through what they are reading. So children are encouraged to share with others what materials they learned and how it helps them understand themselves better, what they learned from it. And this can be used as a tool to connect with their peers, which also increases their social and language development. In the playground setting, children can learn by me displaying visuals of the safety rules. I can display pictures of what not to do and what is dangerous so that they can visually see it, and it will help them grasp it better and understand the behavioral expectation so that they can stay safe and to partake in responsible behaviors. I can also allow children to make up their own games with their own rules so they can use their creativity and independency to have that form of independent play. Obviously, with that, children are expected to manage their emotions in difficult situations. So if a child were to take a toy from another child or someone called someone else a name, they should use the strategies and techniques given to them on how to manage their emotions and behavior instead of letting it escalate to a dangerous situation in which someone gets hurt. This can be done through the use of visuals to show them the importance of using safety precautions. Children can express their emotions by engaging in interactive play and having them engage with their peers in activities. In art, I should have children show that they can demonstrate their fine motor skills, such as having them demonstrate to me how they can use the scissors and writing utensils, and teach children how to pick supplies that they need for their projects. This can be done by giving them a project and having them show me that they can understand and pick the materials that they need for this project. And also to demonstrate appropriate behaviors in challenging situations of frustration. If they were to mess up on their artwork, they should handle this in a calm manner to avoid injury, such as accidentally poking themselves with the scissors or writing utensils. I should closely monitor the children when using these objects and to show them how to properly use them to prevent injury, and also to teach them not to run around the classroom with these objects because they can fall and get seriously injured. I should have children display their thoughts and interests through writing and work, and let children use their imagination to create and demonstrate their own feelings, and this can also involve their own language and culture, which promotes diversity. And at mealtime, children can demonstrate appropriate behavior and responsibility um, by having them take turns washing their hands, how to respect others by um, teaching them how to be polite and use manners, and the importance of using the indoor voice and controlled behaviors, and also how they should pick up after themselves and throw away their trash and clean up. I can also encourage children to pass food across the table, teach children strategies to cope with difficult situations such as not liking certain foods. I can ask them next time, what would you like instead? Or how do we show appreciation and not just not eat the food or be disrespectful because they don't like it? And how to demonstrate the appropriate use of eating utensils so they aren't poking each other with forks or knives. Children can also express their emotions at mealtime. I can encourage children to talk about what food that they like, maybe what food they eat at home. This can encourage them to express their culture and diversity and their interests through communicating what kind of food they eat at home and what their favorite food is, which helps them feel involved and communicate with their peers. During circle time, children can be taught about responsibility by me going over the behavior expectations, such as respecting others. I can have children practice taking turns and asking questions, and having children demonstrate to me that they know how to raise their hand and wait for their turn to speak. This can also encourage them to demonstrate good listening skills. I should discourage children from inappropriate behavior such as throwing books or objects, and this can be done by preventing them from getting distracted and having them fully engaged. Children can express their emotions by telling stories to other children, allowing them to share their interests and to talk about it, and having children take turns talking to each other about what they learned from the book or what their interests are, and using tools to communicate their thoughts and interests, such as having them take turns sharing one of their favorite objects, maybe one of their favorite books or experiences. So those are all important and useful tools that I can use in the classroom from the expectations matrix.